Tbilisi is certainly good, but I don't have enough time and I need to move on. Already in the morning, we were sitting in a taxi to get to a new point. The plant was built in 1940, and this is the first large-scale industrial complex in Georgia. Immediately one of the outskirts of Tbilisi was chosen as the construction site, but due to the war it was interrupted, and it was decided to build the plant in another place nearby. Full construction began in 1944. Until 2012 the plant operated and the city progressed, but then 300 workers of the plant went on the strike, cutting poor working condition at the plant and low wage, and it was closed. So we came to explore that territory. Here I got very tense, because this was the first time my ears really let me down, and it's good that there was one more person with me. But in the meantime we have found one building in which we can load our things and check what is inside. While my friend setting up his camera, I can look around the building.
Soviet radio.
I can't say exactly what was here, but perhaps this is the simplest storage. We needed to keep moving around the area.
Everything okay, let's go.
We were not aware of what and where to be. We simply ran wherever our eyes could see. There is a lot of security on territory, and I still don't quite understand why.
Nothing, this is toilet.
Most of the buildings were already destroyed or completely blocked.
Yeah, here is even not interesting for Dragonfly.
No.
Everything demolished. We had to go here like 1 year ago. There is workers sitting inside. No, this is the guy seat. So yeah, how you can see everything destroyed like that. And yep, it's nothing interesting here. So sometimes shit happens.
A little over 10 years later, there is practically nothing left on the plant itself. It's a pity that we didn't have time to get to this plant, because it was being demolished in our eyes. Therefore, they were not guards, but just ordinary workers. We walked through most of the area and basically there was absolutely nothing interesting. Everything was so destroyed that it was better to not even try to get inside. I recorded drone footage at on my risk, even though there were really a lot of workers on the premises, but out of such a large area, we still found one place.
We found this building. And we're gonna go inside and explore. Like, yeah, here is not much interesting around territory, but maybe in building will be something. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, not so empty room.
And yeah, one building is quite well preserved, and this is the chemical laboratory, which is responsible for all analysis and tests, which ensures the production meets the requirement of establishment international standards.
Beer? Ah, no.
Molotov cocktail.
Interesting.
Want to test taste?
No.
No test tasting?
No test tasting. I'm not alcoholic.
Being there, I didn't even understand what's everything here.
Big temperature. 100, 400 maximum. Wow, it's like vodka. This looks like bottom from shift. Like a lot of bottoms from shift. From keyboard.
This room is called the muffle room, after those muffle foreigns.
This is cool. In the door wrote this is chemical place, but in the other room was more. Looks like chemical than here.
This building could conduct tests such as a determination of chemical characteristics and complete chemical analysis of metals.
So only one place was interesting, yeah? Telescope. Not really, but it could be. This is restroom, like kind of kitchen, maybe. Clothes stuff. Everything robbed. Nothing really interesting. This guy used too much alcohol, and with this two drunk friends, they just make chemic alcohol and drunk it. Wow. Vodka Stalin. Wow.
As far as I understood, this is the same muffle Furensk, but larger.
Why here leather? Really Soviet. This is past cooking stuff. I think this was warm and then give hot. How's the names?
Electric stove.
I don't think it's electric.
Like the coils. With the
Oh yeah, it's electric. I see the things. Marля. This does not look so old. 2007. Soviet Union. Ooh. Keyboard. Why it doesn't work? It's so sad. 1998. Wow. I think it's boss cabinet. Boss room. This is group ticket of the place. Was very important document. 1998. Another laboratory. This is more interesting laboratory than it was before on the first floor. But I think in first floor just everybody robbed it or demolished.
This room is carbon coke laboratory. This includes analysis of incoming raw metals, coal, charge, coal concentrate, sulfuric acid, ATH, as well as output products coke, pitch, aluminium sulfate, ATH.
Everything too weird. Wait, I can't translate. Ukrainian Goal Chemical Institute. I want to come in one of the laboratory and watch how it works in real life. I I'd like to see that. Like, it's really interesting. Eco zinc or something kind of that. This is metal. Okay. Yep. Yeah. There. Imagine will be like that on the chimneys. That's why I don't like to climb these pipes. Good. We explored something.
That's all we have explored and found, but don't forget about support. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done yet, and watch old videos. I now need to push the algorithms. My channel is not recommended in any way. And thanks to everyone on Patreon. Thanks them, this channel survives. And we have not done yet. See you soon.